Good morning out there, traders. It is January 10th, 2024. Welcome to the ES Daily Market Insight. Let's get into our analysis of yesterday's plan, and then we'll update our levels for today. So taking a look at what was going on yesterday, we had one bearish line in the sand that we are monitoring for the downside or any continuation off of some neutral areas. So the market early in the session looked like, we were kind of below this neutral zone here, looking for a possible continuation to the downside heading into here and here. We just never ended up seeing that kind of push or pressure. And then there really wasn't much to do after this market started to pull back until we got into here and here, which is where a couple opportunities to get short in the session presented themselves along with our general plan of scenario one, holding below that line in the sand. They never really pushed down, though, to any real targets. They gave you good MFE. A lot of these moves coming out of this line in the sand gave you some good MFE, but nothing really pressing down below this area here. And that was just kind of the name of the game here for this particular day. Good line in the sand, good hold up of the market, good analysis around the market, just no real follow through. All right, so let's grab our levels for today and take a look. Okay, so we're kind of looking at a very similar landscape as to yesterday because not much has really changed. With that being said, whenever things don't really shift around too much, our ideas, because of a variable that we track in the NADRO framework called recency, begins to fade a little bit. So this line in the sand is our main idea or picture for the day, with the current what is picture being bearish below it, looking for some moves down into some neutral areas here. These two lower neutral areas, these are the real main destinations on this line in the sand. So if this bearishness holds, the expectation or the follow through for targeting would be somewhere down in that 47.60 first and then 47.36 area for a bigger picture bearish type of day. Now that's what we can see with scenario one. That's what we're currently sitting in at this point. With scenario two, we would get up above this line in the sand, start seeing a break and a continuation of the upside here, looking for that 48.2850 area, and then a possible continuation out into open space here up to that main destination up around 48.76s. Now, this particular zone here, this is a lot of open, empty space. So if the market does get, very bullish today, you would want to trend follow in some way, shape, or form up in this area, however you might do that within your own process. But ultimately, this is kind of the stretch target for what we're looking for on the upside. This is the stretch target for what we're looking for on the downside. So there's our upside and downside stretch targets. And then we have some intermittent targeting in between. So pay attention to this line in the sand. Pay attention to the acceptance picture around this area. And that will kind of dictate the overall context and outlook for today's session on the ES.